Super Mega Trivia Slam. Hey guys, my name is Steve. Welcome to the show. This show is going to be awesome. We're going to have different types of horror movie trivia questions. I'm going to ask you the questions up front per round, 3 questions each, and then I will give you the answers. And hey, a fun fact, horror is fun. Yeah. Okay, let's just do this.
Round 1!
Alright guys, here we go. Round number 1, classic horror movies. Remember, I'm going to ask the questions up front, remember them, write them down, tattoo them on your friend, whatever you want to do, and then I'll give you the answers. Here we go. Question number 1, multiple choice. The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms was what kind of monster? Alright, here's your choices. A, dinosaur. A, giant squid. A, mega shark. Or A, killer guppy. Make your choices. Moving on. What type of things invaded the invasion of the Body Snatchers? Here are your choices. Killer clowns, alien plant spores, blood-sucking fiends, communists. Moving on, I'm going to ask this final question, then I'm going to circle back and I'll give you guys the answers. Here's your question. In what year was the very first Frankenstein movie ever made? Here are your 4 choices. 1910, 1920, 1930, 1940. All right, what do you think it is? Choose. Okay, here are your answers, and hey, some fun facts, because I like you. Moving on, here we go. The question number 1 was this. The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, we need to know, what kind of monster was it? The answer is either A, dinosaur, A, giant squid, A, mega shark, right, or a killer guppy. What do you guys think it is? Did you guess? Did you talk to your friends? Did you shout it out the window? All right, well, here we go. The answer is a dinosaur. Yep, it actually was a dinosaur. And it was actually a pretty cool dinosaur, too. Here's your fun fact. Now, the original title of this film was called The Monster from Beneath the Sea. But I guess the other thing worked so much better for them anyway, so what the heck. All right, we're moving on. Here we go. Here was your question, just to remind you. What types of things invaded in Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Once again, I want to give you your choices, just so you remember them. I mean, like I said, write them down or whatever you want to do. Here we go. Is it killer clowns, alien plant spores, blood-sucking fiends, or communists? Which one do you think it is? Are you shouting it out? What is it? Come on, you. I want you loud. All right, you ready? Here's the answer. Alien plant spores. Yeah, kind of a take on communism too. So if you put communism down, give yourself half a point. So, fun fact, the film was actually remade in 1978, right? It featured a cameo from the original lead actor. His name is Kevin McCarthy. He ran by and he like jumped on top of a car and ran away, and that was it. So, there you go. Moving on, here is the other question. In what year was the very first Frankenstein movie? Your choices were 1910, 1920, 1930, and 1940. Did you guess anything? Did you make a guess? The very first one. Here's your answer. It was 1910. Yeah, it was made in it was a short film. Fun fact for you. A short film that was actually produced by Thomas Edison. Kind of cool, huh? All right, so there is your first round. We're moving on to round number 2.
Round 2!
Alright guys, remember, I'll be asking the questions, okay? You can either write down your answer or remember it or shout it out, whatever the heck you want to do. You're keeping your own score. Assign your own point values, whatever it is. Alright, so round number 2, the theme of this round is horror movies from the 2000s. I'm going to ask you the question up front and then give you the choices, 1, 2, and 3, and then we'll circle back. Here we go! Final Destination. Now, it was originally supposed to be a story for what television series? Yeah, here are your choices. Was it A, Andromeda, B, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, C, X-Files, or D, The Golden Girls? Which one of those 4? I'm not going to give you the answer just yet. We're going to move on to number 2. Alright, here we go, number 2. The Ring was a remake of what Japanese horror film? The Ring was a remake of what Japanese horror film? Here are your choices. Is it Ringo, Ringu, Ragu, or Rodan? Which one do you think? Choose. Alright, it's all multiple choice. It'll be the last question I'm going to read. I'll read it to you twice, and we'll circle back. I'll give you the answers and a fun fact. Here we go. What was the proposed sequel title to the movie Shaun of the Dead? The proposed sequel title to Shaun of the Dead. Here are your choices. From Dusk Till Shaun, Red Shaun, Breaking Shaun, or Shaun of the Planet of the Apes? Make a choice. And we're back. All right, here are your answers and your fun facts. I'm going to read the question again, show you the answers again, then I'll give you the answer, and then a fun fact. I hope you're having a good time. Here we go. Horror movies from the 2000s. Our first question was, Final Destination was originally supposed to be a story for what television series? All right, you have 4 choices. Here come your choices. Andromeda, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, my personal favorite show, X-Files, or The Golden Girls. What do you think it is? You ready for the answer? Here it comes. It's X-Files. Yeah, actually it was from the X-Files. And here's a fun fact for you. Now, the episode was supposed to be titled Flight 180 and would have featured Agent Scully's brother. Kind of cool, huh? Honestly, I would like to see the Golden Girls. That would have been awesome. Okay, we're moving on to our next question. I hope you guys are having a good time. My name is Steve. This is Super Mega Trivia Slam. Here comes the question. And then the answer. And then the fun fact. The Ring was a remake of what Japanese horror film? You had a whole bunch of choices. You had 4 of them. It's a lot. Here come your choices. Is it Ringo? Is it Ringu? Is it Ragu? Or is it Rodan? Come on, guys. What do you think it is? If you know it, shout it out. I want to hear it because I'm actually here. Somewhere. All right, the answer? It's Ringu. Yeah, with a U. So, fun fact for you. Now, select theaters actually put copies of the cursed video on seats for people during its first run, and those people were never heard from again. Whatever. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, here comes your next question. What was the proposed sequel title to the movie Shaun of the Dead. Have you seen this movie? It is comedy horror. It's hysterical. It's such a good time. But here are the choices. Was it From Dusk Till Dawn? Was it Red Shaun? Was it Breaking Shaun? Or was it Shaun of the Planet of the Apes? Which one do you think it is? Okay, I hear you. All right. The answer? From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah, that was the answer, based on From Dusk Till Dawn. Fun fact, now in this sequel, they actually wanted to replace the zombies with another monster. But then they realized that they basically just killed too many of the original characters from the first film. And they were like, screw it, let's just, I don't know, we'll figure something else out. So there you go. There are your choices, and your answers, and your fun facts.
Round 3!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on. Here comes round number 3. Once again, just to remind you, in case you forgot, I'm going to ask the 3 questions, right? And then I'm going to circle back and give you the answers and a fun fact. Now, one of my personal favorites when it comes to horror is comedy horror. You know, so I want to ask you a bunch of questions about comedy horror movies. So what do you say we do this? Here we go. This is from one of my personal all-time favorite films. It's called Army of Darkness, all right? Now, Army of Darkness is the official third film of what franchise? Here are your choices. Dawn of the Dead, Evil Dead, Night of the Living Dead, or Deadpool? Which one of those? Go. All right, we're moving on. I ask you the questions, you write down the answers, or just think of them. Yeah. Here's your next question. Now, there actually a movie, there actually is a movie, right, where a priest, this is real, a priest is turned into a dinosaur. Name this movie. Get ready for this, here are your choices. Dino Preacher, Velocipastor, Clergysaur, or Tyrannovicar. I'd see all those actually. Choose. Okay, we're moving on. Once again, I ask the questions and then you guys can do whatever the hell you want with the answers. Here we go. Get myself ready for this one. The first rule of Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club. What is the first rule of Zombieland? First rule of Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club. What is the first rule of Zombieland? Here are your choices. Find Twinkies. Aim for the head. Cardio. Or double tap. Make your choice. All right, we're talking about comedy, horror movie. It's time for movies, rather. Here are your answers and your fun facts. You ready? Good for you. I'm proud of you. Here come your questions and answers. Army of Darkness is the official, that was the key word, third film of what franchise? Your choices were Dawn of the Dead, okay? Evil Dead, Night of the Living Dead, or Deadpool. Which one do you think it is? Go. Ready for the answer? Here it is. It's Evil Dead. Yeah, because it goes Evil Dead 2, and then Army of Darkness. And then they made the series and all sorts of other stuff. Here's a fun fact for you. The actual title of this movie is Bruce Campbell versus Army of Darkness. But the studio shortened it so, you know, moviegoers wouldn't be confused. What? It was fine though. Whatever. Bruce Campbell, personal hero of mine. Moving on, here we go. This is your next question. There's actually a movie, remember I said this before? Were you listening the first time? Where a priest he turns into a dinosaur. The hell? Name the movie. Here are your choices. It was Dino Preacher, right? Velocipaster, Clergysaur, or Toronto Vicar. V-I-C-A-R. What do you think it is? You choose? Oh, you're praying? You're praying for the right answer? Here it comes. Velocipaster. Yeah, there's a movie out there called Velocipaster. What? Here's your fun fact. This is the actual synopsis for the film. So strap yourself in. Are you wearing a seatbelt? Put your seatbelt on right now. Because here's the actual thing. All right. After losing his parents, a priest travels to China, where he inherits a mysterious ability that allows him to turn into a dinosaur. Although he is horrified by the new power, a hooker convinces him to use it to fight crime. I will never stop watching this movie. Okay, so there you go. All that sorts of wacky stuff. I mean, I'm going to put it like 24 hours on a loop in my house and just keep watching this movie. All right, we're moving on. All right, so we asked that question about Fight Club, right? All right, so the first rule of Fight Club, as we all know, don't talk about Fight Club. Got something going on I don't want to hear about. What is the first rule of Zombieland? All right, so I gave you your choices. I'm going to give them to you one more time. Find Twinkies, right? Aim for the head, okay? Cardio, right? Or double tap. Which one is the first rule of Zombieland? You ready? The answer, ladies and gentlemen, it's cardio. Yeah. Yeah, so you gotta run, you gotta move, otherwise, because this isn't the slow walking zombies. These are like 28 Days Later zombies, where this is like running after you. Now, if you want your fun fact, double tap is actually the name of the Zombieland sequel, which is it's just as awesome as the first one. Great film, so much fun. All right, guys, so that's the show. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. My name is Steve. This has been Super Mega Trivia Slam. Hey, you want to listen to the audio podcast? Well, go to the Believe Podcast Network. And if you want to watch the streaming version, you can do like special events. For the streaming version, go to Zerb TV. For Super Mega Trivia Slam, my name is Steve Strancho. Thanks for playing. I'll talk to you guys soon.